Mr. New School, Mr. New School, Mr. New School, Mr. New School.
What up, kids? It's Mr. New School, and we're back. Today, we're going to talk about shapes. I have a great friend on set today, Percussion.
Hey,
Give it
kids.
up for Percussion. Yeah. Hey, Percussion, tell us a little bit about this instrument. What is this, the steel pan?
Yes, it is a Caribbean instrument from the region of Trinidad and Tobago, and it is a metal instrument that it has hammered circles at different sizes that give you different pitches.
Wow. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Circles and rectangles, squares and triangles, all are great. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Circles and rectangles, squares and triangles, all are great. Say 2D shapes.
2D shapes.
Say 2D shapes.
2D shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
2D shapes are flat, you know, like the circle that I make with the pizza dough. And rectangles, they are cool because they're shaped like the paper that I use in school. And squares have 4 equal angles and sides like the tiles on the floor when I'm walking inside. And triangles, just so you understand, are shaped like the instrument we play in the band. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Circles and rectangles, squares and triangles, all are great. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Circles and rectangles, squares and triangles, all are great. Say 2D shapes.
2D shapes.
Say 2D shapes.
2D shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Hey, Mr. New School, what about 3D shapes?
Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Spheres and prisms, cubes and pyramids, all are great. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Spheres and prisms, cubes and pyramids, all are great. Say 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
Say 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
3D shapes are not flat at all, like the sphere that I dribble playing basketball. And prisms are useful. Yeah, just watch this pack of toys in my rectangular prism boxes. And cubes are perfect. They sure rock just like my Mr. New School number and alphabet blocks. And pyramids are amazing. Just believe it's stronger structures in the world like the ones in Egypt. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Spheres and prisms, cubes and pyramids, all are great. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Spheres and prisms, cubes and pyramids, all are great. Say 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
Say 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Hey, Mr. New School, what about more shapes?
Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Hearts and octagons, cones and cylinders, all are great. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Hearts and octagons, cones and cylinders, all are great. Say 2D shapes.
2D shapes.
Say 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Two-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Now hearts show love. Yeah, that's true. You'll find hearts on the cards that say I love you. And octagons, they keep us all in line because they tell us to stop when we see a stop sign. And cones are the bomb, know what I mean? Because I can fill them all up with chocolate ice cream. And cylinders are shaped just like the can that I open before I pour the food in the pan. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Circles and rectangles, squares and triangles, all are great. Shapes. I like shapes. Shapes. All kinds of shapes. Shapes. Spheres and prisms, cubes and pyramids, all are great. Say 2D shapes.
2D shapes.
Say 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
Two two-dimensional shapes,
Two-dimensional shapes.
three-dimensional shapes.
Three-dimensional shapes.
Hey, more shapes, 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 more shapes. Oh my goodness, it's Miss Multicultural.
Hello, everyone. I'm Miss Multicultural. I represent cultural relevance and bilingualism, so all you kids can know and understand diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Miss Multicultural, what is diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Well, that means that we should learn about, respect, and celebrate all cultures, languages, and perspectives. Everyone has their unique flavor to add to the world.
Well, what about your flavor, Miss Multicultural?
Well, I'm Afro-Latina, so how about we learn the shapes in Spanish?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
See. Yes.
Sí, vámonos!
Yes.
Okay, everyone, we're going to learn the Spanish words for the 2D shapes. Formas bidimensionales. Circle is círculo.
Círculo,
Rectangle, rectángulo.
rectángulo,
Square is cuadrado.
cuadrado,
Triangle is triángulo.
triángulo,
Heart, corazón.
corazón,
And octagon, octágono.
octágono. How was that?
Muy bien, amigo.
I did a good job.
Good job.
Yes.
Now, are you ready for 3D?
I'm ready for 3D.
All right, here we go. Oh, formas tridimensionales. All right, sphere, esfera.
Esfera,
Prism, prisma.
prisma,
Cube, cubo.
cubo,
Pyramid, pirámide.
pirámide,
Cone, cono.
cono,
Cylinder, cilindro.
cilindro.
Excelente, amigo.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
If I can do it, you can do it too.
Yes, you can. All right. Well, I'm going to let you get back to our fun, Mr. New School.
How did that song go?
Formas, formas,
Formas,
formas, formas, formas, formas. Adiós, amigos.
Adios, amigos.
Okay, te veo más pronto.
Thanks everyone for our special show on shapes. Thank you to Percussion with the great music. And thank you to Miss Multicultural. And don't forget, arts makes learning fun. Mr. New School, catch you next time. Wait up, new schoolers. It's more. We have more. Where are you, Percussion? Where are you, Miss Multicultural? Let's rock one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Shapes, 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 shapes. Formas, 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 formas. Shapes, 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 shapes. Formas, 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 formas. Shapes, 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 shapes.